In today's video, I have a ROSEGAL plus size haul for you. ROSEGAL reached out to me and asked me to share a few pieces from their collection with you, and I found a few pieces that I wanted to try. Per usual, they have gifted me the items and they gift you a discount code. I'll leave it here on the screen for you, and I'll pop all the details with links and everything else that you need to know in that description box down in the corner, so do go and smash that. Great information down there, so do check it out, all right? But a little ROSEGAL plus size haul, let's get stuck into it. The first piece I have for today is perfect for the winter time. It is a long cardigan, a really duster length of a cardigan, and I just love the colors on it. Now, one drawback is that it does have drop shoulders, but it's hard to get pieces that doesn't have drop shoulders when it comes to knit, so I'm just kind of rolling with it and hoping that it'll sit lovely. I love the colors on this. I think it's one of those pieces you could actually use all year round because it's nice knitted, but it's not like a thick knit. Definitely perfect for what I'm wearing here today, to just throw this over the shoulders if you were cool. Absolutely fantastic. It's 100% acrylic, and obviously because it's knit, it is stretchy, but it's the knit that's stretchy more than anything else. I don't know if that makes sense, but knit's always stretchy. Absolutely fantastic. Oh, I should say mine is in a size 3XL. Per usual, I haven't quite nailed the sizes on ROSEGAL just yet. I have passed on the message to the representative from ROSEGAL that I work with that their sizing is a little bit off and doesn't match the measurements. So we'll see how it goes. I think I ordered everything in I'm not even sure, UK size 26 I think I ordered, but I'll give you the sizes as we go along. This one is size 3XL. This duster is adorable. I'm in love with it. As I said, I love the colors of it. I just think it's so pretty. I'm not sure it works with the belt that I'm wearing here, but maybe if I had, you know, maybe just a brown belt on or something like that, then it's actually really nice over this. And I just discovered it has pockets. Now, because it is knit, I don't think you would put a lot into these pockets, but the fact that they are there makes me very happy. This is absolutely adorable. I really like it. And as I said before, I think it's one of those you can just wear all year round because it's not a thick knit. It would definitely do you in the summertime as well, just to throw over your shoulders if you're a little bit cool. I don't actually mind the drop shoulder on it too much. It's still not my favorite. I do prefer a proper shoulder seam, but I'm not mad at this one. No, I really like it. I picked a second cardigan as well in this gorgeous pink color. Again, it is a knitted cardigan. This one is a little bit looser in the knit. Again, tons of stretch in it because of the knit. Has the pink and the grey in it, and I just think it's so cute. This one is a shorter cardigan, and do you know what? This is one of those, again, you just literally just throw over an outfit if you are a little bit chilly. I assume it's 100% acrylic again. I didn't even check. I should have. No, this is 100% polyester, and again, it's a size 3XL. This cardigan is adorable. It's very long in the sleeves. Look at this. That is very long. It does have a little bit of elastics in the cuff, which I do appreciate, because otherwise you would have it like hanging over your hands all the time, but still very long. It's an absolutely adorable little cardigan. I really do like it. Again, sadly, it does have the drop shoulders, but on this one here, you don't notice it as much because it is the same color, where on the orange one or the red one, the colors made the shoulders go droopy a little bit. This one, you don't notice it as much. Definitely, I would say definitely, you know, just that little extra layer of warmth if you need it is very cute, and it's a great pop of color, isn't it? Brighten up any outfit. Really like this one too. Next up, I chose the most adorable little dress. Look at this. It's like a rockabilly style of a dress, isn't it? It is so blooming adorable, and I know nothing better than red with black and white polka dots. It's just so gorgeous. Is that real retro feel to it? And ROSEGAL have a huge selection of these kind of dresses. Absolutely love it. It does come with a belt as well, which I appreciate. And best of all, oh, look at this. I'm going to show you this. It is so stretchy, which is absolutely brilliant. I love these kind of dresses. It does have the buttons down. It looks as if it's like 2 layers because of the way that it's sewn. Absolutely fantastic. Polyester again, I would say, let's see, 95% polyester and 5% spandex, and mine is a size 4XL. I really like the aesthetic of this dress. I really do. I think it's very cute. It's a little bit on the shorter side in the front than what I was expecting it to be, but it is a little bit longer in the back, which I think is really nice though. And I'm not a big fan of the high-low, but I like it on this one. I think it would have been nicer with the black belt, and I'll try it with the black belt in a moment, but a fair's gotta be fair. Let me just get off these shoes. Underneath the belt, The thing is, I haven't paid for this dress. I'm gifted these dresses, right? Or all these pieces here. And I'm very, very grateful. But I'm still going to give you an honest review. And I don't know if you can see this, but can you see the seam that's sitting here? Can you see how uneven that seam is? If I had paid money for this, I would have been very unhappy with this because not everybody wants to wear a belt. And I actually really like the dress as such, even without a belt. I think that's very cute and it skims it very nice over the belly. So for us apple shapes, that's perfect. But having a seam then that looks like this, I'm not happy with that. Let me just put on a black belt. There, I think it's much better with a black belt on because it defines the waist even more. This one is also elasticated, so it sits more snug to my body, where the red one that comes with the dress is the same fabric, so it just kind of sit loose. I just think this defines the waist just that little bit more. But in fairness, this here, I'm not a fan of that. I think it's such a pity, and I guess maybe the idea is that, you know, it's going to be covered by the belt anyway, so it doesn't matter. But in fairness, you want proper finishing on a dress if you're going to pay money on it. You know, so I think that's a bit of a pity, but it's the only complaint I have about this dress. It fits me like a blooming glove. It's absolutely adorable, and even if I put my petticoat under it, it would still be fantastic. It's an absolutely adorable dress. My next piece is a classic. I did it because I could. Simple as. I ordered this jacket here with the matching trousers. They are sold separately, but they work as a set, and I bought them just for fun because I could. This is, I'm hesitant calling it a blazer, but it is a blazer, but it's a single layer of polyester material. Very, very soft, but it has these sleeves on it. Look at this. Isn't that fab? Double breasted. Other than that, it just goes down. It does look as if it might be cut in a little bit at the waist. I'm not quite sure. Just a fun little blazer. But I got the trousers to match. Black trousers, but it's the bottom of the leg. Look at this. They have the same red color into the big flare that you can then tie a little bit here as well. It is a stretchy pair of trousers. The jacket has a bit of stretch in it as well. I bought it simply just because I could, because just for fun, I wanted to try it and see what it'll look like. My jacket is the size 4XL. It's a UK size 26. And the trouser I got in a 3XL, so that should be a UK size 24. I'm just gonna jump into it. Just because you could does not mean you should, but she did it anyway. I'm a little bit speechless because I kind of like this. I don't know when I would ever wear a set like this. I really don't. Maybe as a costume. Definitely gives me costume vibes. But you know what? I don't hate it. I really don't. I did obviously pop on a pair of heels because these trousers are quite long, and I really wanted you to see the detail in the side of the leg there. Just as with the sleeve, you know, they're like quite long as well. For practicality, you know, yeah. But do you know what? This is so much fun. I'm really not opposed to it. I'm really not. I'm not even opposed to the bloomin' blazer, which is just that one layer fabric. The collar up here, like, it kind of does sit. It doesn't kind of flop around too much. I actually kind of like it. My next piece is definitely more of a summer piece. I got it because I could, because I want to try it, because it's something I want to be more confident wearing. It is a little crop top, bralette style cami top. It is absolutely adorable. I'm in love with it. I'm just noticing now though, however, that it does not have adjustable shoulders, so that could be a problem for me. But I don't really wear crop because I always wear shapewear anyway. It's not because I don't want to show my belly, but because I always have shapewear on, so it always looks a bit funny. But I would love to have the confidence to walk around without shapewear on. So in the summertime, I could put on a little top like this and maybe a little skirt or whatever, pair of jeans or whatever, and look absolutely smashing. And I thought the only way I'm going to get comfortable doing it is by doing my little trick like I always do. I start at home. So if I fit this, I would wear this at home when it gets a little bit warmer with just a pair of jeans on, and I'd walk around and see how I feel about it. And then I'd start showing it to my kids and maybe to the family, or, you know, a quick school run or a quick run to the shop or something. And that's how I build up the confidence when I'm trying a new style. So I figured, you know what, I'm going to try this one here and see how it goes. And summertime, I would feel confident enough to actually go out of the house on a trip outside wearing a little crop top. You never know. But let's jump into it. It's absolutely adorable. This is actually longer than I expected. Now I took off my belt just so it wasn't going to be in the way. But I was expecting to have, I suppose these are very high-waisted, I suppose, but I was expected to have a bit more of a gap. It's longer than I expected, and I actually think I would be comfortable wearing this. And I would wear this even with shapewear because it's still long enough. You can nearly tuck it in, can't you? It's very, very cute. It is gaping a little bit here on the side on me. But I also just noticed that I ordered this one in a UK size 28, a 5XL. I'm kind of thinking, were they sold out in the smaller sizes? Maybe, I'm not sure. Maybe I was just worried about this, the fit, but I do think it's very cute. And lengthwise, I would wear this no bother whatsoever. It's very cute, isn't it? Some of my favorite jeans I have in my wardrobe are from ROSEGAL. So when I saw these, I thought I'm gonna have to give them a try. They are a standard pair of jeans. I don't remember if the listing said that was skinny or not. We'll see how they sit on me, but it's the distressing. The distressing is definitely out of my comfort zone because they are very distressed on the thighs. They do have a few rips and tears in them as well. Bit of distressing up here in the pockets as well. On the back as well. Ooh, on the back. Ooh, that's quite a lot of distressing. I don't know. They have a good bit of stretch in them, but in fairness, I do think they look a little bit too small. What size did I get? I got them in the size 3XL, and they are 85% cotton, 10% polyester, and 5% elastane. So, yeah. I'm just going to jump into them and see if they fit, but I really do like them. These jeans, they don't work. I can just about get them up on my booty, but that's about the height of it. Yeah, they ain't gonna go over my belly. No. This is where sizing on ROSEGAL unfortunately just doesn't work because measurements and sizing just doesn't add up. So yeah, these jeans, sadly, they are a no for me. Now, when ROSEGAL asked me for a collaboration, I just get a budget and I get to go ahead and shop away. And I have a very generous budget every single time, but I had a few points left over. So I went in and I picked myself a pair of earrings. If you've been here before, you know I love my earrings, and aren't these fab? This is wood. There's a little wood disc, and then they have the gold hoop up here and then the little earring piece. Aren't they just fab? I'm in love with the colors of it, and I'm kind of thinking these are going to match a lot in my wardrobe. Aren't they just fab? And the jewelry, now I know it's just costume jewelry they have on ROSEGAL, but they have so many of them and they are so inexpensive. I love these, so I thought I'd just show you these as well. Next up, I picked a little skirt, and I'm in love with the color. It is an absolute gorgeous stretchy skirt. I'm hoping that it's going to sit kind of tight like a bodycon. It's only going to go to maybe above my knees, I would say, but I love wearing little skirts like this with thick black tights, black boots, and then maybe some kind of cozy jumper as well. Absolutely fantastic. It's 95% polyester and 5% poly blah, 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 something. Yeah, you can check on the link in the description box if you want to go and see the listings, all right? Absolutely love it. And you know, it's one of those things you can dress it up, dress it down. This skirt is absolutely perfect. I'm in love with it already. It fits me like a glove. It's big enough so it just kind of smooth and skims over lumps and bumps. Yet the fabric, the way the fabric is, it just hugs my booty perfect. Lengthwise, it's long enough so I could actually have bare legs in the summertime, in the warmer weather if I wanted to. But because it is a darker red as well, it's still going to look perfect with the thick black tights and boots as well. Very versatile piece. I'm really in love with it, and as I said, tons of stretchy in it. It's fantastic. If you get one thing from this haul, let it be this skirt. I did pick another dress, and it's another vintage style of a dress. This one looks like it's going to be just below my knees, but it's a bit unusual being in this kind of speckled grey color. Very, very pretty. I don't know if this, I think this is supposed to be a little bit asymmetrical. I'm not sure, but the buttons kind of, yeah, the buttons go down to one side. So do we have real pockets? I doubt it. No, it's just faux pockets, but it's a beautiful detail anyway. Absolute gorgeous dress. Let me just jump into it. I think that'll do it more justice. In order to show this dress at its best, I decided to add the belt straight away. Do know that it does not come with the dress, all right? Also popped on my heels. And once it's styled like this, I think it's very, very cute. It is really flowy. It's quite a good length as well. It's actually a little bit on the long side for me, which is why I definitely needed the heels. But the fact that it's so stretchy and comfy, I love it. Now, if I, however, take off the belt, then let me also take off the shoes. It's a very, very mumsy dress. Can you see why I styled it up straight away? Just to kind of show it at its best. I love the neckline on it. I think it's very, very pretty. I know you can see my bra, but with one that's a little bit lower cut, it'll be fine. It's a very, very cute top half of a dress, but it definitely needs that belt and it definitely needs those heels just to kind of finish it off. It is a gorgeous little dress. As I say, sometimes we just got to style it up to see the potential. I hope I have saved the best for last. An absolute gorgeous dress I have picked this time. It is like definitely an occasion wear dress. It is high-low because, can you see, this is the front of the dress. And then obviously the train on the back is much longer. It is a full sequin in the front and the back, a gorgeous V-neck as well in the front and the back. I don't think there's any stretch in it. A little bit of give, I would say. Oh, the stretch up in the sequin part, not in the skirt part. I dropped the hanger, but absolute gorgeous dress. Oh, let me just jump into it and we'll see how it goes. I did indeed save the best for last. This dress is stunning. In love with it. Again, I wore the heels. I've added a belt just so to show it off at its best. Do you know that kind of way? Now, let me just take these off because I'm not good at walking in heels anymore. Underneath this skirt part, your skirt is sewn on, hold on, I should take the belt off as well. There, I'll talk about the belt in a minute. This flowy bit here is sewn on the whole way around as such, right? So it kind of gathers up over here if I was to scrunch it up. So it sits like a little cape. But underneath here, we actually have a bodycon skirt. That's my whole point with all this, right? It does skim very well over the body. But because we have this flowy bit on, look how my belly just disappeared. I can now wear a bodycon, but my belly's gone. Now the reason I added a belt to, not because I think the dress necessarily needs the belt, but because the sequin part is quite long on me and my natural waist is here. So it doesn't reach my waist, but it also it goes down too far down on my bust. So in order for me just to kind of break it up, this belt wouldn't work because there's a big buckle on it, but I'm just putting it on backwards so we get the idea there, right? By adding that belt there, I'm lifting the sequins up because I'm covering an inch or two of sequins and it just looks more in proportion to my body. If I had a completely black belt, that would be absolutely perfect. But as I say, this one does have the big buckle on it, so I'm not quite sure this one will work. But I wanted you to see it anyway. But it has now lifted the sequin up to the right place for me. It is good and roomy up in the bust. I would definitely need to get it taken in just here at the bust line. But that's just the shape of my boobs. It's nothing to do with the dress at all. Absolutely stunning, isn't it? And I love the fact that you have the sequins front and back as well. I'll probably keep my hair up so really show off the sequins. I'm in love with this dress. But that is it for today. A huge thank you to ROSEGAL for working with me once again. And as I say, they've gifted me the pieces. They gift you the discount code here on the screen, and all the details, sizes and everything else are in the description box. All right, so do go and check that out. But that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye.